Hi everyone, it's me, Moonlight Guidance. This is a reading for you. We're going to have a look and see what's coming through and what messages I can give to you. This is for all star signs, so if you are here, hello and welcome. I feel like it is a sign that there are messages for you. And also if you ever wanted to purchase any personal services, readings, items, rituals, things like that, it's always linked down below. Shopmoonlightguidance.com and in the description box. And yeah, there are thousands of 5-star reviews at the bottom of the website as well for the intention items. Okay, so let's begin and see what's coming through. It's actually snowing outside, which is why it's quite chilly and cold, but hopefully we will get some warm messages. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we have for you. Actually, I'm going to use the other deck because I just feel a bit more drawn to it today. Let's see. There's a choice that you're going to make. So the decision is going to be completely yours here from what I see. There you go. Listen, the first card that came out was the Emperor, and I was like, here you are, you know, you're going to make a big decision. And boom, after I said that, these two cards came out, which is Judgment and the Magician, which is literally you making a decision. Now, what is this decision that you're going to have to make? Let's have a look and see. I mean, that just clarified exactly what I said. So hopefully you'll be able to see how I work as a reader to really read the cards. Okay, so yeah, Magician is really about taking things into your own hands. Judgment is about analysing the situation. Judgment is also about making a decision. So this decision is to do with love specifically. We've got the Knight of Cups here, so it's romantic energy. It's also about someone that comes towards you, someone that is going to communicate with you, because this is Mercury energy. It's also about you having the power. So this means that the ball is in your court. It means that it's a situation where you do not have to run and chase it. It comes to you. And let's see what else we have here. Oh, that fell on the floor. It's because my table is round, that's why. Otherwise, before I had a square table and nothing would ever fall on the floor because a table would catch it, but let's see. Okay. You have a decision between two people that you're going to have to make, okay? One person is a little bit more sort of emotionally, I would say, unavailable. And there's another person that's very emotionally available. Okay, yeah, so one is unavailable and one is available in terms of emotions. And that's what I see here. Okay, now both of them will want to progress things with you. Both of them will want to get to know you. Both of them will want to be in your life. And what I see is that you're going to have to make a decision between both because you're not going to be with both. I mean, some people like to entertain two people at once, but it's not necessarily the most moral thing on the planet, and it's also karmically not good. So if I see something, I have to say it. It does present a lot of karma if you are involved with two people at the same time, not in the dating world. Like, you know, when people are dating and seeing each other, you're not committed to a person. But if you commit to sort of like two people at the same time where it's not an agreement, okay, an agreement, because there are lots of different types of relationships. And I know in certain religions, it's like, you make that commitment and all the parties know. That's very different. But when people don't know and there's like multiple relationships going on, it's classed as cheating, and essentially that can bring upon many karmic issues and problems. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that I don't see you doing that because you will have to choose one person, and I see you choosing one person. And I really see here as well that there is quite a strong energy here in regards to you making that decision. You're leaning more towards an emotionally available person, okay? You're leaning more towards water from what I'm seeing, how a person makes you feel, how they care about you, how they show up, how they turn up, that they listen to you, they pay attention to the details of your life, not just someone that comes in, says all the right things, but then disappears again, and then you're wondering like, wow, their actions and their words do not match up. And so I just see here that you are much more wanting care and respect and love, and someone that shows up, their actions and words actually match up, not someone that's like here today, gone tomorrow, oh, the physical intimacy is great, and then you're like latched onto them, but actually they treat you like completely rubbish, okay? I just feel like you're over that. You don't want to be treated rubbish. You want to be treated with love and care and respect, that you actually have someone there and stable. And stability is attractive to you. Stability is inviting to you. Okay, and that's what I see, is that you're leaning so much more towards the water energy. And I'm not saying that, listen, this person is a water sign. What I'm saying is it's the energy of this person, okay? They are caring, they are empathic, they, you know, will never make decisions to harm you. They'll take you into consideration when making decisions. This is not someone that's going to go out of their way to hurt you, harm you, ruin your life. Or, you know, not to say that this other person's going to ruin your life, but they don't go out of their way to kind of like, you know, do something and then all of a sudden shut you out. You know, it's a sort of sense here of a very healthy person, which is this water person. And at the end of the day, it's your decision, it's your choice. I just have to tell you which one is healthier, because that's what's coming through on the messages, okay? And yes, you're going to make a decision between two people and choose one person. So that's the choice here with the star. Now the star is actually Aquarius, and it's known as the water bearer. So again, we're getting that energy of something much more healthier, a healed person, a person who is much more to your level, and someone who is really understanding and caring. And listen, you know, they could have gone through similar problems and challenges and struggles in the past, but they're a very healthy person. Like, they know what they want. They're not, you know, it's just healthy. It's just healthy, and you'll feel like the stars have aligned in your favor, because this person will be caring and understanding and respectful towards you to such a degree that it makes you feel good. So again, you're leaning more towards an emotionally available person. Now, what is an emotionally available person? Well, it's someone that really shows up. It's their actions and words that match up with each other. The fact that, yes, they take action, but they actually care. They'll ask you questions about yourself. They'll want to know how you're feeling, how you're doing. They will say things like, oh, you know, can't talk now, I've got to do this. So if you get some slow responses, that's why. They give you that validation that you are searching. Like, you don't have to go begging for that kind of validation. You don't have to wonder, like, why has this person not messaged me in 3 days? You know, they'll literally tell you in advance, like, oh, you know, I'm very busy with this, so if you don't get very many responses, that's pretty much why. You know, you will really get a sense of, like, they think ahead and they care as well. My clip is actually like pulling my hair now. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's better. Okay. Yeah. You know, this decision does change your life, because who you choose is who you invite into your life. Do you invite someone who's chaotic, emotionally unavailable, someone that you always need validation from? Or are you going to choose someone who's healthy for you, someone that you kind of don't really have to worry, because they will tell you how they feel about you. They will come to you with their emotions. They will want to know how you're doing. You will never have to like worry as to, does this person still like me? When are we next going to meet? You know, it's like, there's a real difference here between both. It's almost like chalk and cheese. You know, one is like hot and one is cold, right? And one is much more moving and proactive, and the other one is sort of like more chaotic, I would say. So there's a real difference here, and it will shock you when you have to make this decision, because you'll think to yourself like, wow, I never thought I'd make a decision. Because some of you might be sitting here, you know, being like, Moonlight, I'm really single. Some of you might be like, okay, I have 2 people, but I don't know if I have to make a choice just yet. And some of you will be like, whoa, that's exactly what's happening. So it will resonate in different ways, but you will have 2 people that will want to be with you, and then you'll have to make a decision, which is what I am picking up on here. And it's going to be like, whoa. So what is the challenge here? Because you see, I think anyone watching this would be like, okay, yeah, healthy person. But clearly we're doing this reading because you may struggle at that time. So I want to see, you know, what the challenge is. What is the challenge? What the challenge is, okay. Yeah, so the challenge here is that you tend to get quite, look, this is a bit of a trigger warning, but I'm going to say this in the best way that I can. You can get very attached to people that sort of come and go. Why is that? Well, because even in psychology, people that sort of come and go, they create highs and lows, right? And people get addicted to highs and lows because it gives you that hit, okay? This is also why people unfortunately stay in abusive relationships. It's also why people stay around people that are very hot and cold, because they get addicted to that energy, right? They get that high, and all of a sudden there's a low, and then they crave that high. And once they get that high again from the person like responding to them, coming forward towards them, they basically get like trauma bonded. And that's what I see, is that because you're quite empathic and you're quite loving, you tend to hold on to the good moments, and you can very easily sometimes think to yourself like, oh, they didn't really mean to be bad, or they didn't really mean to do that. So you can still get very heavily attached to someone that is really not showing you the right energy at times, someone who is emotionally unavailable. So you can get very easily attached to people who are very high and low, and it can also delay your healing. It can make you feel quite emotional, and then, you know, sometimes you may even look at someone healthy and be like, oh, that's a bit boring. See, that's what happens. And I feel like that's your challenge right now, is that you're sort of trying to come out of that cycle. You're trying to adapt to things that are healthier. You're trying to heal from things that are like high and low, and you're trying to be more comfortable with the comfortable, basically, because you've been so comfortable with the uncomfortable. So that's what I'm seeing. That's your challenge, actually, is that you can get quite addicted to people who are emotionally unavailable, and it takes breaking the cycle with healing to allow that to happen. Now, healing is literally healing is detachment. Detachment is basically about pulling more energy towards yourself, being comfortable with yourself, basically, and really just finding a way to be in more healthier relationships, basically. Now, healing, okay, is quite strong, because in many ways people think healing is a switch. You turn it on and off and, you know, oh, I've healed. Healing is a continuous process where you are accepting with gratitude your current moment and your current present time, and you are living in a way that you want to live. So if you want love, you have to love yourself. If you want commitment from others, you have to commit to yourself and take care of yourself, look after yourself, be there for yourself, right? If you want someone else to be there for you, you have to be there for yourself. And that energy internally within yourself attracts what you want on the outside. So if you struggle a lot with detachment and healing, I have lots of rituals on my website for that. And there are also rituals for money, love, success, marriage, career. There's a detachment ritual, shadow work healing ritual, chakra cleansing ritual. There's so many, actually. Codependency as well, ritual, especially if you're like dependent on another person and it emotionally triggers you, whatever they're doing triggers your day-to-day life, then I would really recommend one of those rituals as well. It can be really powerful and really help you a lot. But yeah, everything, you know, is always there for you for your convenience. So definitely check it out. And yeah, there's also, you know, there's intention items. There's also tarot readings to answer specific questions that you may have on my website as well, and also linked down below. So it's on shopmoonlightguidance.com, but linked down below. So that's your main challenge here, is working through that. Because when you work through that, then you will accept and allow healthy relationships that really stand the test of time. And otherwise you're addicted to those highs and lows. Not only that, always keep in mind that when you are in that sort of energy, you attract more of that energy. Then you don't attract the healthy energy, which can allow for people, you know, to grow and change. So it's one of those things where fear attracts fear, chaos can attract chaos. Unhealed energies attract unhealed energies as well. Okay, so I'm just going to move my heater. I don't really want to get burned by it, to be honest. That's like the last thing, you know. We got here abundance and luck. We got fish, koi carp. I love kois. Okay, so what I see here is that there is a very powerful energy of you having a lot more abundance and luck in this area if you are open to it, if you are flowing with things. Fish, they go with the flow. What does that mean? It means that whatever way, you know, they just float around and they go with it. It's a little bit like water, right? If you put obstacles and then you put water, say there's like certain rocks, the water will flow over it, around it. It will mend and not mend, it will bend. It will bend to its path, you know, and I think it would kind of go in any direction it can. It's not forcing itself to go in a specific direction. So that's also about healing as well, is accepting what you have got today, looking after yourself, doing what you can for yourself, and not really forcing things. And more abundance and luck and happiness and joy will come your way. That's a given. Okay, it's Jupiter energy. Then we have here house, so relocation and home. Okay, so some of you may find yourself relocating. I definitely feel that you will have a life partner and a very loving, stable relationship, and you will be living with that person in time. So that will bring on a relocation from what I'm seeing, which is quite exciting actually. So that is your reading. So the affirmation for this reading is I have a decision to make. Now, obviously, you don't need to make that decision right now in your head. You can make that decision when, or cross the bridge when you get to it, okay? That's really important, but that's the affirmation for this reading. Comment it down below if it resonates with you or if you claim this reading. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I have TikTok and Instagram. I post short readings on there every single day, and I'll see you all very, very soon. All right, take care, everyone.